Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. This is a little, my second Rabbi quickie of the day. Now, normally, I don't really have the energy for 2 quickies in one day. Not me. I'm an old man now. I'm an old man. But here we are. Second one of the day. I was doing a live stream last night. Somebody brought something to my attention. It's really strange, right? This is very, very, very odd. We experienced something called toxic fandom, right, in Doctor Who. It basically came in with Jodie Whittaker. It got started a little bit before, but basically came in with Jodie Whittaker. They're like the most hateful people in the world, right, who would always accuse you of being a racist or a sexist or a bigot if you pointed out that Doctor Who wasn't very good. You know, I'm sorry. Look, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who just wasn't very good. That's just a hard bitter pill for some to swallow. So they would again just lay into you and call you one of those naughty National Socialists, racist and bigot, and I think they would actually believe it, right? They'd actually believe it. But they very much weaponize bigotry, right? Or anti-bigotry, which they think they have, while at the same time being really, really on board with bigotry. So one of these big internet trolls, he talks about me a lot, right? And every time he talks about me, he says, oh, yeah, but I have all these white supremacists follow me. No, I don't. It's insane. It really is. Bonkers McBonkers. But they're very obsessed with Jews. Now, why are they very, very obsessed with Jews? It's because they uniformly have the same politics, which is they supported Labour in England, which was deeply anti-Semitic under Jeremy Corbyn, their great leader. Now, I will tell you the truth. When Jeremy Corbyn first appeared, I was very optimistic. He seemed like a human being, right? He seemed to be able to talk in sentences, not in sound bites. I found that exciting, right? I thought, oh, yeah, this is somebody I can probably get behind. And then, it turned out that he didn't like Jews so much. So, why do most British Jews think he was anti-Semitic? Because, well, honestly, if you really want to boil it down to something practical, it's about his attitude to Israel. Now, legitimate criticism of Israel is never, ever, ever anti-Semitic. Illegitimate criticism of Israel is almost always anti-Semitic, particularly when it comes from a group of people who say, we hate Jews and want to kill them wherever we can find them, which is the worldview of Hamas, right? They don't like Jews, right? They don't like them anywhere. They do not like them in a train. They do not like them in the plane. They do not like them in a boat. They don't like Jews, right? And Jeremy Corbyn essentially acted as their spokesperson. Anti-Semitism in general is something that mutates because it always attacks the primary identification of Judaism in the world. Right now, that's Israel. Back in the 15th century, that was being Jewish. That was the Jewish religion. That's where these blood libels came from, which is the Jews would kidnap Christian babies and drain their blood to use them in their religious practice to make matzah, these cracker breads. Now, let me tell you, it might indeed improve the flavour of matzah. I don't know, but it was ridiculous. But no more ridiculous than saying that the Israeli army harvests organs from Palestinians. Basically, everything you hear about the Israel-Palestinian conflict is not true. And if you want to, if you want to come and talk to me about any of this stuff, come on my channel. I'm happy to do a deep dive into literally anything anybody wants, right? But essentially, that's the reason we thought Jeremy Corbyn doesn't like Jews, because there's demonstrable bigotry against Jews. I don't know what to tell you. And his inability to condemn the targeting of civilians based on them being Jews, right? He just could never ever condemn it. It's kind of makes you anti-Semitic. I'm sorry, but this is the big problem for toxic fandom, because their whole identity is based around being anti-racist, and now one of their biggest political heroes was a racist, especially at the same time Donald Trump was around when they were screaming he's a racist. I never really saw that, right? I never really bought that. I know what's in his heart. I did see it with Jeremy Corbyn. Jeremy Corbyn is clearly bigoted against Jews, right? Because there's demonstrable bigotry against Jews. So anyway, this is something that they never got used to, right? They never got used to, and they're always wheeling it out. Somebody, John the White, sent me this and said, do you want to comment on this? He knows I'm a bit Jewy at times, right? I was like, I can talk about Jewish issues, and yes, indeed. So this is from my live stream I did last night. I'm recording this on September the 30th. So it was on 28th. So I was with Dan Hadley from the Spacebook, the fantastic Spacebook channel. But if you're not subscribed there, please subscribe there. It's very free. He has a great show. Right, Thursday nights he has a great balance of people on his show, and it's just a fun place for Doctor Who fans of every ilk to end up. I love this channel, right? I was glad he was here to talk about it. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very good. Definitely share. Share is good. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are good. Sign up my Substack, sign up my paid Substack, my email newsletter so you can find my content when I'm inevitably bland. But I will never be inevitably bland. I will be inevitably banned, though. When I'm inevitably banned from YouTube. Like, share, subscribe, comment. And let me hand over to me and Dan Hadley from last night. Dave Cullen what's the name of his channel again?
Computing Forever and the Dave Cullen Show. In my view, this is one of the best genre commentators out there.
Love it.
Best YouTuber.
Right. Get woke. We'll get woke. Go broke. Finally come true, please. Well, I mean, can we just stop this stuff or anything? Anyway, so
thing is, I mean, when he says that though, people have. I mean, DC Comics, just the latest. DC Comics have gone broke because they went woke. It's happened to a lot of companies, but they're able to sort of bail themselves out, or other people are sort of steaming in there to save their bacon at the last minute.
DC Comics is on life support, right?
Yeah.
The only reason they're still around is because they're too small to be axed. Right, it's not they're just doing whatever they want right now.
Zaslav is getting around to it. He had bigger fish to fry before he got to them.
You're going, mate. You are going. I hope there's some like cool executive somewhere who says, "Look, I can take this over and fix this in a day."
Well, I understand that Ethan Van Sciver is more than willing to step in with some of it.
Oh yeah, he'll be perfect. He would be perfect. Yeah. Oh, again, if I rule the universe, I would offer it to Alan Moore first. I'd say, listen, the whole what's the name?
Well, how funny would that be if Alan Moore, Frank Miller, and Dan Didio are working together now on that new label? But how funny would it be? All those people they got rid of.
Yeah, he's doing a new Ronin.
Yeah.
Anyway, fine. So this is in the troll who always accuses me of like having white supremacist followers that harass him and never brings the receipts, right?
Total and utter penis, this guy, and how he's able.
It really is absolute. I mean, like I just say stuff that isn't true a lot, right?
Constantly,
specifically, again, but whatever. So he's also got a really good thing about Gary. Can't stand Nerdrotic. Always talking about him apparently.
Because he's more successful. Because Gary is more successful, and crucially, because he's more honest and authentic than this clown is. That's why he hates him so much, because he is constantly lying to his punters, constantly pretending to be something that he's not, because he has this deep sense of self-loathing for his own identity. That's why he's such an insufferable prick.
I honestly don't understand what motivates him. I really don't. I can't understand a life like this.
Jealousy?
Okay, well, anyways. So he has to comment this. For reference, this is the same guy who blamed the supposed decline of Doctor Who to anything. What supposed? What the actual highly documented?
Even those opening words say, "I'm a massive twat." Supposedly.
I mean, I get it here. One second. Where's my chart? It's over here. So this doesn't even have all the worst ones, right? This actually, it actually gets worse than this. But yeah, this is what failure looks like.
Absolutely.
Yes, this is what complete failure looks like. And yeah, it went down. I just made the chart. It wasn't low enough. Like it's down, like down here now. It's weird, right? Unbelievable. And these figures are the massage ones, right? You know,
as we now know, yes, they are quite heavily massaged.
Right. So the figures are way worse than this. And they used to be genuinely huge. So yeah, this is what failure does indeed look like. Anyway, so he blamed it on Jewish people infiltrating the whiting staff at the BBC. Absolute nonsense, right? No one's ever made that allegation. And this guy is obsessed by Jews. You know, the same way Justin Trudeau's obsessed by doing blackface. This guy's obsessed by Jews. Because Jeremy Corbyn, his big hero, is an anti-Semite, right?
Yes.
And I say that not as a factual matter rather than an allegation. Factually speaking, he has demonstrated a bias against Jews. That's called anti-Semitism.
Well, when I saw this, the very first thing I thought of was how anti-Semitic this character had been towards your good self.
Oh, yes. Oh, he can't stand Jews. Right. I mean, again,
stuff he's accused you of.
Yeah, he's accused me of being a white supremacist, and which is just weird. But whatever. So it's because he loved Jeremy Corbyn, and Jeremy Corbyn's anti-Semitic, has a lifetime bias of groups composing of 99% Jews. He ran all the Jews out of his party. Could have got, you know how easy it was to get out of the anti-Semitism thing? All he had to do was condemn the targeting of civilians. That was it. That was the breaking point. All he had to do was condemn the targeting of civilians, because he would only ever condemn the Israeli retaliation or defense.
Couldn't bring himself to do it.
Right. So I'm like, okay. And then he couldn't even bring himself to talk about anti-Semitic. He was such a schmuck, right? Even if he wasn't anti-Semitic, he would have been able to get out of this really easily. But it was that here's the thing. Racists can never hide their racism. Racists are always proud of their racism. They're like...
They're very happy for you. Yep. They're very, very happy for you to see exactly who they are.
Yeah, exactly. So, John Lee White asked me to comment on this. Comment is he's obsessed by Jews, and I happen to be a little bit Jewy, right?
You don't like to talk about it, though, do you?
I don't. I keep it hidden under a bushel. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.